We're back. Now, you already saw the prelude when David and I walked you through the entire project. We've got a lot of work, but let me tell you, today is the main event. We've got a lot of great folks from Spectrum here, and my counterpart in Spectrum, we have Pam Colazzo. Pam,
Hello,
how are you?
Boz. I'm
Finally,
good. How are
it's
you?
finally great meeting you.
Yes, absolutely. It's a pleasure meeting you, and it's great being here in beautiful Duarte.
Well, I want to thank you and Spectrum. I mean, this is wonderful. We're really going to make a difference in a family's life right here. But what I'm really um, just energized about is in looking at all these folks. I mean, they're ready to help. They've got their working gloves and they're
Yes.
ready to get dirty.
These guys, we've been doing this since 2017, and our volunteers are ready to work. A lot of them are from our technicians, they're from field operations, so they get down and they get dirty and they just love to help. And we're just excited to help Doris today.
Well, thank you. Now, I think this is one of those beautiful examples of corporate America and nonprofit getting together for a mutual goal. I wanted to share. You know, you mentioned something really important that you've been doing this for the past couple of years. Spectrum, you share with us how this journey so far has been.
So far, it's been wonderful. So let me just kind of look at my notes. We have helped. So our goal is 50,000 homes by the year 2020. And right now, we are at 35,000 homes. So we've have a ton of volunteers all over the country. And it's just wonderful going out there just to make our homes, our neighbors' homes safer and healthier. And
Well,
really, that's our goal, is just to make sure that, everybody, all of our elderly folks, can just be safe in their own home.
well, that's a great thing, Pam, because your objectives align directly with the rebuilding's objectives, which is perfect. So this makes a wonderful partnership, and the end results are, safe environment for homeowners who otherwise would not have the opportunity to do this, just financially.
Absolutely. And it just makes it easier to have partners like you to help us find these homeowners so that we can help them. And to your point, not everybody can do this on their own. So the more people that we can come out and help, it makes the volunteers feel good as well. So it's good through and through.
You're right, because my dad told me a long time ago, help a stranger, and the feeling that you get from helping a stranger without any expectations, there is no feeling better than that.
Exactly. No, and I do. I feel great after the day. You're tired, you're sweaty and dirty, but when the day ends, you make the homeowner happy. And really, that's our end goal, is just to make everybody safer, happier, and healthier.
Well, I want you all to be stay tuned because we're going to kick off with a grand opening. We've got a lot of great officials here. We've got a lot of leadership from Spectrum as well here. So stay tuned.
Good morning, everybody. My name
Kim.
is
Good morning.
Pam Colazzo. Thank you for being here, and I'd like to welcome you to our Spectrum Housing Assist event. This is the first time that we've been here in Duarte, and we're excited to work with our wonderful partners at Rebuilding Together San Gabriel Valley Foothills. So let's get started. Thank you all for being here. Everybody came from all over the place. We appreciate you coming here and spending your Saturday with us. So let's get the show started. I will turn it over to my boss, Dennis Johnson. He's the Senior Director for Communications in the West Region.
Thank you, Pam, and thank you all for coming. We really appreciate it. It's early in the morning, so appreciate you guys all waking up and helping us out. I'm just going to talk a little bit about why we do this as a company. Spectrum Housing Assist is our national initiative. We have people all over the country helping out. There's other events today like ours. We've worked on nearly 40,000 homes since we started this project. We've done over 7,000 volunteers have throughout the company across the nation have helped out with this. I think this is a really special event for our employees. This is our final Spectrum Housing Assist event of the year. We started with a 3-home rebuild in San Diego. We've also done another project in the north, as well as a Community Impact Day that we just did last month in downtown LA. The one nice thing about this that I really appreciate is that this is a single home. At some of the other places we have to spread out and work at multiple homes. This is really exciting because Wally will be talking about all the different people from all the different departments. So we really appreciate it. Thank you for coming out. This really helps the company, and really I hope you just have a good time and get to know your co-workers out here. And obviously you're doing a good thing for the community. And we're giving away kits. We're giving away over 100 safe and healthy home kits. So not only are we doing a great job on this house today, but we're also giving back to the community of Duarte and the surrounding areas. So you should all be proud of your efforts. And thanks again for coming out. Oh, most importantly, this project would not get done without the help and support. I think she knows almost all of you, and she's reached out to you. But if we can all give a big hand to Pam Colazo, who actually does
Pam,
Thank you.
you guys two.
Thanks, Dennis. All right, our next speaker, I'd like to introduce our partner for the day, Rebuilding Together, San Gabriel Valley Foothills, Manoj Patel. I'd like to thank Manoj and David and all the Bella, Judy, Raina, all the friends here at Rebuilding Together. Without partners like Manoj and them, we couldn't do this and help our communities be safer and healthier.
Thank you, Pam. I think this is a great example of what partnership, when corporate America and nonprofit get together with a common goal of helping people in general. No better feeling than helping a complete stranger, and looking at all these wonderful helpers right now in these great T-shirts. What are these, designer shirts now? Because they all look good, and I want to thank Spectrum for stepping up to the plate. And you know, it does take a lot of money to make these things happen, and with the partnership like Spectrum, you know, nothing's impossible. So be safe and have a good time, and we're going to make a difference in Doris's and her family's life. So thank you.
Thank you, Manoj. Our next speaker is Wally Bakari. He is our Area Vice President for the Central Region. He's got a lot of team members here from the field, so let's welcome Wally. Wally has worked several of these in the last few years, so thank you, Wally, for being here, and thank you for getting your team out here.
Thanks. Good morning. All right, I know it's 8 o'clock, but we need some energy. We're just getting started. Good morning. Good morning. All right, I'm really excited to welcome every one of you to this Rebuilding Together project. First of all, I want to say thank you to Doris for opening your home to us. Without you opening your home, we wouldn't have the privilege to come and serve our community. This is something that we take seriously as a company because we believe that we should not only provide service to our neighborhood, we should also serve our customers. So we take this project very seriously, aligning ourselves and bringing all employees together, not only to actually get to know each other better, right? We all work in different areas. We have people from different offices. We have people from field ops, from HR, from our Spectrum network, people from construction, and we have people from all over the city. We have Mila. Mila has been to every one of these. I mean, everywhere I show up, Mila is there. It goes everywhere, right? You know, so we have employees coming together to make an impact together. And I just want to encourage us as we work together today, get to know someone that you've not met before. Learn a little bit about their family, learn a little bit about their hobbies, and let's also build relationship among ourselves as we actually serve Doris and the community. So thank you all for showing up this morning. I know left from me, I will be in bed by now, but this is more important, right? This is more important, so thank you all for showing up to make a difference in the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Wally. All right, our next speaker is Steve Sawyer. He is from our Government Affairs team, and thanks to Steve and his team, we have some very special guests here with us today. So, Steve?
Morning, everyone. I'm really excited to be here. My wife and kids, we watch all the home rebuilding shows. So we just recently watched, I guess they're remaking the Brady Bunch house. I don't know if any of you saw that, but so after we're done today, this house will look, no, it won't look like the Brady Bunch. But anyway, I just wanted to say on behalf of our Government Affairs team, a special thank you to the elected officials that are here, Senator Portantino, the Mayor Pro Tem, Councilmember Fasana, back there in the back. and representative from Assemblymember Rubio's office. So thank you all for coming. I'd like to introduce the senator to say a few words. As part of Spectrum, it's not only that we're connecting to the community by building and rebuilding homes, but as you know, we are connecting families with our internet service. We provide 1 gig service throughout the whole city of Duarte. It's available for customers, and we're very proud about that. And so not only are we building on the technology side, but on the home side as well. And so with that, I would like to introduce Senator Portantino. Thank you.
How's everybody doing this morning? Great. Let me ask that question again. How's everybody doing this morning? Great. This is awesome. Let's give yourselves a big round of applause, all the volunteers. The camera's looking this way, but it's really all the volunteers out there that are making this happen today, right? Because you all could have been somewhere else this morning on a Saturday morning with the sunshine, but you're giving up your time not only to support Charter Spectrum, but also to be here to help Doris rebuild her house. So that's really, really laudable. So on behalf of the California State Senate, I just want to say thank you to the whole Spectrum team. Rebuild Together's been doing this for 22 years, the nonprofit that's been going into people's houses. Let's give it up for Rebuild Together as well. And that's what today's about. It's about community coming together to help somebody, because what affects one of us affects all of us. I mean, we all have a relative out there, whether it's an aunt, a mom, a grandpa, that needs a little help, needs a little spit and polish that they used to say in the old days. And so it's just great to see Charter out here and Spectrum out here. See, I've been a Charter customer for so long, I keep saying Charter. And I gotta Spectrum. I gotta do better. It's all the same. And I am a Spectrum customer, so.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have my house wired. And I'd like to tell a great story about your government affairs team and just tell you how cool they are. So my teenager, for years, whenever something goes wrong in the house, she goes, I blame Charter. And so I had Charter, they sent her a letter in the mail addressed to my teenager, and it was, Dear Isabella, we understand you have been falsely accusing Charter of everything that goes, you need to give this up. And she was so blown away that she got this formal letter in the mail. She put it on the fridge, and she doesn't know that we helped orchestrate that whole thing. But I figured I'd shock to her system for falsely accusing Charter of what was going on in the House. But anyway, I'm proud to be your state senator and support this effort this morning. I have a certificate to Rebuild Together. Where's Minash?
He's working.
Well, we'll do Charter. We'll do Spectrum. Come on over. Come on over. On behalf of the California State Senate, I want to give a nice Senate certificate, and this is going to him, but it's really for all of you for making this day. And Minash, come on out for Rebuild Together. We give a Senate certificate to say thank you for doing this for 22 years. And everybody, have a great time. Now listen, 2 things. Measure twice, cut once, and move your thumb away from the hammer, okay? We want no injuries. We do not, OSHA's not here this morning, all right? Nobody get hurt, all right?
And by the way, 22 years of doing this affiliate, zero problems. So we don't want you breaking that record.
Yeah, keep that going. Anyway, congratulations.
Thank you.
Everybody have a
All
good
right.
day. I know my good friend from Assemblymember Rubio's here. Come on over. Our great Assembly member's office is present as well.
Hi everybody, I'll make this short. I'm Taylor. I have the honor of being here on behalf of Assemblywoman, and there's no better way to start the morning than a place like this with people like you. Our communities get involved when we get involved, when our businesses get involved, when our nonprofits get involved, and when our neighbors get involved. So kudos to all of you, and I am so happy to be in this great city. And on behalf of the State Assembly in District 48, I have the honor of issuing this certificate of recognition to the Spectrum Housing Assist. Can I give this to? Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for the work you do in our community.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. A picture?
Yes.
All right, next if we can call Mayor Pro Tem Sam King, please.
Mayor's here. The mayor's here. The mayor's here. John Pacific's the mayor. Oh, I didn't know.
All right, good morning, everybody. How you guys doing today? Good. Good. Are you guys excited? Are you guys ready to go ahead and take this house down? Just kidding. You guys can go ahead and take my house down. Well, anyways, I want to say a few things. Spectrum, you guys have been great partners to the city, and also it looks like you guys have been doing great things for the community. You guys are providing great social responsibilities for everyone here. It is something that is so great. I see there's such a huge need right now for social responsibilities. We need to go ahead and give back to the people who are needed the most. And I see that you guys are doing that today. And I applaud you. I think this is a great thing. We should all continue on to serve and help the people. One thing I want to go ahead and add is Mr. Fasana and I have been working with Spectrum for the longest time, probably about 2.5 years now. What we want to go ahead and do and partner with Spectrum is to go ahead and build broadband, the biggest pipe into our city. So eventually we want to go ahead and provide free Wi-Fi for the whole entire city. And this will be a great thing for us. The reason why is because there's so many people cannot afford broadband. There's so many people who cannot afford internet and so on, especially here in our community. And our city wants to go ahead and help out and front the money so everyone in our city can be equally share and have the broadband that's necessary. And it's all because of you guys. And here, and I also heard from Manoj that you guys we built together, and also with Spectrum, you guys are going to rebuild 50,000 houses and then next year. That's incredible, you guys. I mean, give yourselves a hand. This is super awesome. And I understand also that you guys are going to put in about maybe $60,000 worth of value in the man hours that you guys are here today volunteering to go ahead and make this happen for this woman over here. So awesome. What is your name again? Doris. It's so awesome for these people to go ahead and help you. And I am so blessed to see all of you guys from Spectrum to do this together. Let's go ahead and continue on. I am inspired. I think John is very, very inspired too. We want to go ahead and help you guys too on the next house. So anyways, John, anything you want to go ahead and add?
Just on my way here, I saw some guy with a bandage over his head. It said his name was Mayhem. Told him to stay away from here. Last I saw him, he's headed for the Edison power lines. So we'll see where things
anyways,
go. But congratulations, Doris, and thank you for all your hard work.
This is for Spectrum, so any representative, okay, sir, this is actually for you and your team from the Spectrum on behalf of the city. Congratulations, and thank you so much for doing something that's great for our city. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm working with three.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, before we get started, we'll have we'll do a group picture, okay? But after that, we'll have Manoj do the safety discussion, make sure that everybody is safe for the day, and we'll do volunteer assignments. So again, thank you all for being here. Come this way. Tall people in the back, short people in the front, and we'll take a group picture.
Rebuilding together with Spectrum!
All right, now let's get started on making a difference in our homeowners' lives.
We have exactly 90 minutes to get that sucker loaded, and another roll-off is coming. So I need 3 dedicated guys who are going to basically organize that bin. So we have to report that. We already got that. Guys, wear gloves. Protection is very important. So verbally agree.
Gloves!
Goes, man. You got this box?
knock it within less than half hour.
Anybody need masks?
I have no allergies.
Yep, let me have one.
No, right, you're in. Put it at the bottom, man. Put that.
So Nancy, I see you've got some awesome boxes. What are you doing here?
We are handing out safety and home and health kits to our homeowners in the community, and we're handing them out right now. Just going out to the neighbors.
All right, this is a wonderful way to let neighbors know what we're doing here.
Yes.
That's awesome. So I think we're in your way, not to mention there's a car right behind him. So we're going to let you go.
All right, wonderful. Thank you.
What corner? Right there?
You know what? Do it on this end.
That's why I'm standing in the back with pictures.
Show off.
All right, so we've got a lot of great things going on. Everybody got a cleanup going on.
No, put it over there.
You look familiar.
I'm sure you see me walking up and down the street. I grew up in this area.
Let me find out.
Who you're talking about? You're crazy. We got by my window. We have Melody and Lori. They're all set for
You were in their way.
Can I grab one?
Yeah.
What's that?
What's that, ready? All the way back?
All the way back.
Ready?
Our goal right now is to fill up that roll-off because we have another roll-off coming in pretty soon. And so we know that we're going to need another roll-off because there's quite a bit of waste that's coming out of the backyard. We've got a lot of brushes that need to be cleared out. So we've got to
Take the butt in. There you go, got it.
I found those limbs right there. Can we cut those limbs? The big one right there? Yeah. The one sticking out?
Yep.
Good.
You're gonna have to cut sure.
Oh, gosh, that one is not so
Yeah.
Because
Oh no, the public purpose, old one. Yeah. Sir. Watch yourself. Watch the nails. Watch the nails.
Put that there. We're gonna take it apart. Take it apart.
As you can see, work is progressing. We've got a lot of volunteers, very, very energized. And what we're trying to do is get this roll-off filled up with all the debris that we've got at the back. You saw some of that. And there's more coming out. The garage has finally been cleaned off. And I also want to recognize Burtec. Burtec has been a long-standing partner of ours. Burtec has donated a roll-off on every project for the past 22 years. Now, one of the important things I also want to talk about is partnerships. You know, we're partnering up with Spectrum. We've got partnerships here with Burtec. But I think one of the most important partnerships locally that we have is with our code enforcement in Duarte. And we have Juan Oseguera, our public safety officer, code compliance. Now, Juan, I remember there were quite a few issues, code violation issues that were brought up when I spoke with Brian.
Yes, there were. One of the main issues that you could see from public street were the inoperative stored vehicles, and as well as the overgrown vegetation that you can see from the front yard. And those are some of the violations that were noticed at the time when I came by and inspected the property.
Well, and that's important, I think, because what happens is, you made a very good point. When you can see it from the street, that actually affects market values. It affects other neighborhoods, so that can be a negative, a deterrent.
Yes. Yes, it can. And so my job is to inspect the properties, making sure they're code violation free. And working with you in the past, I'm able to be out here in the field and come in contact with residents like Miss Doris, and was able to provide your guys' services to her.
Well, that's I think the important thing is, rather than being active in terms of the violations, you guys are proactive in terms of assisting and finding a solution to those violations.
Yes, we are our number one goal is to get compliance and try to help them out in any ways or means.
Well, I want to thank you for this, and obviously, as you can see, we've got a serious crew here, and they're not stopping, and it kind of reminds me of the Energizer bunnies, but a whole lot of them in gray shirts.
Yes, it does, and thank you for everyone who's out here, and we'll put some gloves on and go help.
All right, and I want to thank you for that open dialogue relationship that helps us ultimately, which your ultimate objective is the same as ours, in that we want to help the community, help the resident community in the best way possible.
Yes, we do, and that's what it's all about, is helping one another and move on to the next project once we're done here.
All right, just cool down on the violations right now, all right?
I'll try.
All right, we'll be back. As you can see, work is going on inside the house as well as outside the house. And here we have Chris. Chris, you are busy, but I got to stop you here.
Sure.
I think you really took a large part of the house out of here.
You know, they were doing all the work. I'm just unloading and loading. So the smart guys are back there.
Now, what are we doing here?
Well, we're taking out the carpet, the old carpet, and we're putting in laminate afterwards.
Okay, and then I understand. What other work is going on inside the house?
Well, we're going to be painting, moving things back and forth, and just pretty much upgrading what was there before.
Okay, and as I understand, the patchworks and all that has already been almost finished.
Yes, patchwork's already done. We're just brushing down the walls, and then we're going to maybe prime, maybe just paint, and then it'll look as good as new.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
Sure thing.
All right, and one of the things I also want to mention is when it comes to Duarte, Duarte has actually gone into districting the entire community. And right now we're working in District 77. And representing District 7 on the council, we have Tony Lewis. Tony, where are you, sir? There you are. Tony, how are you?
How you doing? Thank you for coming out.
Tony, quite a bit of work going on in your district today.
It is. And I just want to thank all the volunteers for coming out. Want to thank Spectrum and
Rebuilding Together.
Rebuilding Together. Want to thank all you guys for coming out to the city and making our city beautiful.
Well, and this is such a quaint street, and it's been a little challenging with cars coming in and out, and we've got Spectrum folks becoming almost like directors in terms of traffic control. We've got folks here working away, and oh my God, you can't help but feel amazed by all that's going on this morning.
Yes, sir. I'm sure the homeowner, she appreciated. I appreciate you coming out to our district, and we just want to say thank you.
All right. Thank you for being here. And we've got a lot of work going on, so
let's get back to work.
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so what? There's two. One goes. Where's the other one go? Okay.
Another one.
Okay, they're right here. Where's the other one? Follow that one. I'll follow the one on the inside.
This one goes all the way around towards the front.
Oh, don't do that.
That's the berry.
Right over here.
Where is it?
Remember the white man?
The white man?
And just this way.
Just
Why did I come right now?
So let's make sure it's an area that makes sense, right? That people will feel good, not like, wait a minute.
Be on the lookout. Your helper is known to kind of refocus on holding on.
Oh, man. Are you You're like wanting me out?
All right, helper.
The whole time I've been here.
Oh, he's been using that. He's been loaning them too for others to use.
We're almost done here.
Stop cleaning.
One or two more. Okay, I think we're all
Good?
done.
Oh my.
Miller, have you seen anything around here that's a tool that hasn't threaded in?
Are you going? Man, Dave, they want.
Don't worry about it, dummy.
This one working? Yeah. Yeah. Can you roll that out?
Looks like this is turkey.
So we'll take whatever's in there.
That's onion.
You're not gonna worry about it.
We're really okay. This looks like it's ham over here.
That's right. I'm good.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna take a 2 and 3.
What's up with
And
you,
we have
Chad?
cookies. Don't forget your cookie.
Ladder leveler. Hey, look.
And there's Gatorade in the green one.
I'll get a couple contractors to come and volunteer.
Uh-huh.
I took the grape off the other one because it looks like you're done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's not turning.
Probably better than that, sorry.
Why would I
haven't done the floor yet.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, what do you want me to do? You want me to roll?
Just that section right there should be good.
Okay.
And I think that's it here.
You don't want to mud any of these? Like big holes?
Were you still, did you need the bottom, or you got it?
He's a driver. Huh? You're going. Right back in a minute.
I need the hammer.
Right back up here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, where are the gloves?
We've got boxes of 100 of them.
There was a box right here.
Side there and give it to the nod.
Okay, let's.
All right, it has been a long, long day. And we're wrapping up things. As you've seen, a lot of work has happened, a lot of transformation, but we're not done yet. And we have here with me Dennis Johnson from Spectrum. Dennis, a reflection on all that has happened throughout the day.
Well, as much pain as I have on myself, there's actually more on this house. It was a great day. We really enjoyed giving back to the community, working with Rebuilding Together San Gabriel Valley Foothills. It's been more than 30 volunteers came to help Doris, who welcomed us in her home. We did a lot today. We painted, we cleared out the entire backyard, we refurbished the front yard. We did so much inside I can't even talk about. But it's been a tremendous experience, a team-building effort for Spectrum, and we always like to give back to the communities that we serve in.
Well, we greatly appreciate, like when we started the program, we're talking about partnership and having a common goal of helping a complete stranger. And you guys having an amazing goal of 60,000 homes, that's a serious goal.
Yeah, we've been making tremendous strides. We've also given away more than 80 safe and healthy home kits to give to Doris's neighbors and the surrounding community here in Duarte. So it's been a really rewarding day, and we just enjoy it so much. And it's a really good team bonding effort, and I can't say enough for our Spectrum volunteers, and it's just been a fun day for everybody. We've really enjoyed it. A lot of hard work, but it's been great.
Well, you know what? I can say a lot about the Spectrum volunteers. They worked diligently. They hustled. The energy was always on the high. The backyard was a jungle, and they really tamed the jungle. I mean, we had a bamboo-like vegetation there.
Yes.
I mean, you needed a machete. Short of a machete, thank God we had power tools to handle that. And thank God, we had, this is our third roll-off that we've filled up.
To fill
Yes.
3 containers is unbelievable. We had people standing on the container bashing it down.
Yes.
It was a tremendous accomplishment.
Well, with that said, I really want to thank you, Dennis. It's been an amazing journey, and stay tuned because we've got more coming.